Hey, it's Bill Conley here. If you're interested in playing the banjo, how to get started, it's right here. Get this book. And I'm going to tell you why in here in a few seconds. It's called Bluegrass Banjo, if you're going to play bluegrass, for the Complete Ignoramus by Wayne Erbsen. Now, what I like about this is Wayne, on his old songs, he uses old songs in here, but when he's doing this, what he does is he gives you the skeleton and then you build it from there. Now, when I mean that, is simply this. Let's say you're playing Boil the Cabbage Down or Bile the Cabbage Down is really how he's got it in there because he's using the original version. But it's really only using two strings. It's using the second and the third being the first string at the bottom. And in second is the next one up, and the third is the next one up. So he's doing that one, and he's doing this one. Those two strings. Now, when he puts it together, he only shows you this string being chorded, and then he'll show you this. I'm fretting up here for the C chord, and then he goes back to the G, and then he jumps over to the third string, and that's all it is. You pick out each individual notes using what we call tabs. We'll discuss that later. But anyway, what I'm trying to explain to you then is you want to build to that. Now, he refers to a drone note as when you pick the first key. So I just thumb through that using just 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Okay, but now what I'm going to show you is putting a little bit of extra to it. Drone, drone, drone. Yeah, I made some mistakes there, and hey, you got to remember I only started about 4 weeks ago. But the one thing that I did when I very first started, before I even got this book, which I should have got first, okay, but I didn't. I went out on the web and I found a guy that showed doing all the strings for the rolls. And by the way, the rolls, when you're in this Bluegrass Banjo book, when he speaks of the rolls, a lot of times he calls them licks. Now, the reason he does it is because you don't stay on the same roll all the way through a song. You'll jump from one to the other. And the one that I just showed you doing that drone. Drones are usually only used when you got two notes side by side. Tom Dooley, for example, is so that first two notes like that, you might have used that on that particular song. I don't like the drone in there, but that's okay. But what I'm trying to explain to you is he lets you build the skeleton on your own. So now we can go to that song and do just a little bit more. What did I add there? I added a roll to it. Okay? Now, that very first lesson of Boil the Cabbage Down is what he shows you. Like I said, he builds that skeleton. That's why you should get this book, because then you're not going out there and trying to pull down tabs that have extreme complex, keying up here to begin with. He's going to give you something very simple, and then you're going to move on to the next one, which is just a tiny bit more complicated, and you work on that until you do it. So, hey, I hope this has been helpful. You take care and have a great day. Bye now.